received this comment on my last onigiri video. Thank you so much to everyone for your comments.
Today, I'm going to answer your onigiri questions and show you how to make 3 of the most popular onigiri in Japan.
Alright, then let's get started.
In this channel, I teach you how to make dishes actually served at school lunches in Japan. The first onigiri is tsunamayo. In Japan, it's popular among both children and adults.
まずツナ缶の油を切ります。お皿にキッチンペーパーを重ねて引いて、ツナ缶を入れて油を切ります。
Spread the tuna and wait until the paper towels absorb the oil. Turn top and bottom occasionally and wrap in paper towels to drain oil thoroughly.
ツナ缶の油が残っていると調味料が馴染みにくくなり、さらにおにぎりを握りにくくなるので、この油が結構なくなって表面がね乾燥するぐらいまでしっかり油を切ります。ここにマヨネーズと
Add mayonnaise
お醤油を加えます。
and soy sauce. For mayonnaise for onigiri, I recommended Kewpie mayonnaise from Japan. Kewpie mayo is a creamy Japanese mayonnaise made with lots of egg yolks. It goes well with rice.
全体をしっかり混ぜ合わせていきましょう。このちょっとねお醤油入れるだけでもう本当にもう日本のおにぎりの味になります。
The tsunamayo filling is now complete. When making onigiri, it's recommended to buy Japanese rice. This is because it's sticky and easy to shape when making onigiri, and it tastes good even when cold. Wash the rice. To learn how to wash rice, watch this video. Click on upper right corner or click on the link in the description box. Cook the rice. It's better to use freshly cooked rice for onigiri. The reason is that when the rice is shaped with freshly cooked rice, air is added and the onigiri becomes fluffy. Transfer the rice to a bowl and let cool. Allow to cool, stirring halfway through until the mixture is just hot enough to touch.
お水を手に取って手をしっかりと濡らします。
When the rice has cooled, wet both hands with water.
おにぎりを握った時にお米がくっつかなくなるので握りやすくなります。指3本分のお塩をつけて
Then put salt on 3 fingers.
全体に塗ります。おにぎりの表面にお塩の味がついているんですけど、両手で塗っておくことでまんべんなく表面にお塩がつきます。そしたら片手にご飯をのせて
Put the rice on one hand.
真ん中を少しくぼませて具を入れる場所を作ります。そしたらこの真ん中に具をのせていきましょう。
Put the filling here. Wrap the rice around the filling so that it's heating.
片方の手を三角を作って下の方を添えます。でキュッと軽く握って回して握る回して握る。
It's like shaking hands with weak force. If you shape the rice with a strong force, the rice will be crushed and will not taste good. Therefore, the trick is to shape it with very weak force. If a triangle is formed like this, it's completed.
最後に海苔を巻くんですけど、この海苔の2枚あった。
Place onigiri in the middle of the dried seaweed.
おにぎりを真ん中に乗せて両方をパタンパタンと折りたたむように。でここは最後折りたたむようにつけましょ
う。It's easy to use long, thin pieces of dried seaweed for onigiri as shown here. If you cannot find it, just cut it to this size and you are good to go. Dried seaweed has a front and back, with the smooth side being the front. And you put onigiri on the rough side on dried seaweed. If you put the fillings on top, it's easy to see what fillings you put inside.
手で触ると手についている細菌がおにぎりに移って食中毒を起こす可能性があるので必ず手袋をします。ご飯の中にお塩を混ぜ入れます。
This is because it's difficult to put salt on both hands when wearing gloves. The process from here on is the same as before. The tsunamayo onigiri is complete.
皆さんからのご質問にお答えします。食べる1日前に作っても美味しいですか？美味しいです冷凍保存もね基本的にできるので。
However, do not roll dried seaweed because if refrigerated or frozen, it will absorb moisture and lose its taste. When storing, wrap each onigiri individually in plastic wrap. Then warm it in the microwave before eating and wrap it in dried seaweed.
油分が多い具材に関しては当日作るのをおすすめします。
The second onigiri is salmon. This is my favorite onigiri filling. Salted salmon is used for onigiri in Japan. Can you find salted salmon in your country? If you can't find it, that's okay. Salted salmon is easy to make. Sprinkle salt on both sides on the salmon and blend with your hands.
味をなじませたらこれで塩鮭が簡単に作れます。塩鮭を天板にのせて200度に予熱したオーブンで15分焼きます。
You can also cook them in a pan. For school lunches, I use an oven because I cook large quantities. When baked, wait until it cools down.
皮と骨を取り除きます。おにぎりに入れやすいように少しほぐしましょう。最近は100均にこんな容器も売っていて、これで作ると簡単です。
This makes 2 onigiri at the same time. Fill half on the container with rice mixed with salt and top with the filling. Fill the rice to the top of the container so that the filling is covered. Cover the lid so that the rice is pressed from the top. Turn over while holding down the lid. Press the bottom of the container down to remove the rice from the container.
おー、きれい
How's this? It's not so difficult, right? If you want to make a lot or with your child, this is a way to make it. The salmon onigiri is complete.
おにぎりは温めて食べるものなのでしょうか、冷やして食べるものなのでしょうか。どっちでも好みによってね分かれます。温めて食べたいっていう人もいるし、冷たいまま食べた方が美味しいっていう人もいるので、これはねもう好き好きで大丈夫です。ツナマヨだけはそのまま常温のまま食べるのをおすすめします。
The third onigiri is kombu. It has a sweet taste and is especially popular with adults. Prepare seasoned kombu. Even Japanese people do not make their own kombu for onigiri, but use commercial seasoned kombu.
皆さんの国にはこういう昆布売ってるのかなコメントでいろいろ教えてください。
The kombu onigiri is almost ready now, since I don't have to make the filling myself.
上に昆布をのせましょう。
Now the kombu onigiri is complete.
海苔を巻いた方がいいんでしょうか、巻かない方がいいんでしょうか。海苔は基本的に巻いた方が美味しいんですけど、前回の混ぜご飯おにぎりのように全部のご飯に味がついてるものはあんまり海苔との相性が良くないので、混ぜご飯の時は海苔を巻かない、今日の白いご飯を使う時は海苔を巻くっていうのがおすすめです。
Let me show you how to wrap onigiri when carrying them outside, leaving the texture of the nori intact. Prepare a piece of aluminum foil large enough to wrap the dried seaweed in and place the dried seaweed in the center. Fold aluminum foil toward the center. When folding, make sure there is a small space next to the dried seaweed. Turn over, make the top a little longer and put the masking tape in the center. Turn over, coat the rice with oil to prevent sticking. Place onigiri on top and fold the aluminum foil from the bottom. Fold over the top as well and secure with the masking tape. Take it outside in this state. When eating, peel off the masking tape first. Remove the aluminum foil from both sides in turn. Grab only the aluminum foil and pull it parallel without much force. This way, you can always eat onigiri with crispy dried seaweed.
3、はい。給食給食嬉しいな。何でも食べましょうよく噛んで。みんな揃ってご挨拶。それでは皆さんご一緒にいただきます。美味しそう。私は鮭が大好き一番。で次がツナマヨかな。いただきます。
If you enjoy this video, please subscribe to my channel and press the like button. If you have any questions about Japanese food or school lunches after watching the video, please feel free to comment. I'm going to make another video answering your questions. I really hope you try this recipe soon.
Thank you for watching. See you next time.